got here? Austin Cura, hello. How are you? How's your weekend? Doing anything fun today? Country loving Slimmin. Welcome to the channel. Laika. Thanks, Dogs for Life. This is Loki, my little 8-month-old pup, and this is Laika. She is 4 years old, and she is my little princess. We just got back from a nice walk outside, and now they're pretty chilled out and just thirsty and cooling down. It's really nice outside. The snow has been melting. It's almost all gone. Hey, Antonia, how's it going? You want me to make him wrestle? Well, we can work something out. Laika. Just attack a little Laika and get Loki on her case. And there we go. We're doing fine. We just got back from a nice long walk outside. We've been walking for almost 2 hours, and now the dogs are just chilling inside where it's nice and cool in the shade. The asphalt and the road is really hot under paws, so we didn't want to stay too long outside. Okay. Look at this young man. Hello, Silvana. Thanks, Austin. I love them to bits too. They're just great. They're a little on the tired side today. I think it's because the heat is sinking in, and Laika's coat, her winter coat, is not all gone yet. Like, we've still got a lot of that fur coming out. Wow, you're gonna get a new Husky. That's really cool. Everybody's chilling with their Huskies right now. You've got to go to school. That means what? You have school on Saturday? Ice. 9 months old. He's just 1 month older than Loki. Loki's 8 months old right now. He just turned 8 months old like a week ago. Thank you, Antonia. Yeah, we really liked it. It was nice and warm. I finally put some shorts on, and the dogs are enjoying the nice weather. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember I had some exams on Saturday too when I was in uni. Hey Donna, how's it going? Doing some cleanup? Yeah, I did that yesterday in preparation for our little live, so you don't think we never clean up. So this carpet is almost almost dog hair free. There's always a little, but can't do nothing about it. Like, oh, that's an easy one. Loki is the belly rub master. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Uh, well, I'd say it's about the same with every dog. Like if you're afraid of hair, well, of course a husky is going to be a little bit more challenging, but there's going to be dog hair whatever the 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 breed you decide to get. Look at this young boy. He just loves his belly rubs. He's a big goof. Who's your big goof? Who's your big goof? Oh yeah. It's really not so bad. The important part is you just have to clean a little more often. If you've got a like a Roomba or something like that to help you out, it can really make the difference. Loki is 8 months old, my young boy here, and Laika is 4 years old. The hardest part about training, it's difficult to say because oh no, don't stop, don't stop. All right, all right, all right, all right. Um, Laika, the hardest part about training Laika was well, actually at the time we were in an apartment, well, a condo, and the hardest part was bringing her outside in time for her to be potty trained. So that was the hardest part with Laika. With Loki, the hardest part was I'd have to say is the crate, training him to be let alone in the crate when we have to go out for a couple of hours or stuff like that. He's a little bit on the anxious side. He has a little bit of a separation anxiety. So I'd say that's the hardest part for us to training Loki. But everything else went really well. I think it's mainly because Laika is fully trained and she doesn't require anything special, and Loki just copies everything. So that part has been going really well. I'd say I'd say when he was 2.5, maybe 3 months old, he was already potty trained. It took about 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, from time to time, he would get really excited and would let one go, but that's partly our fault too, because we were winding him up. But other than that, I'd say that's pretty much it. Depending on if you have one dog or two dogs, I guess the challenge can be different. Also, your situation. Are you in a house? Are you in an apartment? Do you have access to a piece of land where they can be outside? And, well, I think that those are all factors that can add up. Silvana, do your huskies pull on leash during walks? Absolutely. Loki is a freight train. He just pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls. Once we've got maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of walk or running into him, then he kind of kind of lets go a little bit, it's easier. But he's I'd have to say that was something that took a long time with Laika too. Laika's easy to walk now. She understands that whatever pace I'm going is the pace she has to go, or else she's gonna be pulling and pulling and pulling, and she kind of figure out that it's easier to walk at my pace than to try to pull me to pull my arm out of his socket. Loki's not there yet. He didn't figure that one out. But Laika, it took about a year and a half for Laika to figure that one out. So I'm I think we're still gonna be working on that one for quite some time now. So you see, when we went to our walk a few minutes ago, when we got back from our walk a few minutes ago, um, Loki was not pulling at all. He was just like walking at our pace. Laika was didn't need to pull to lead or whatever. So everything was going really smoothly. I think that's a big issue with most of Husky owners. Um, the fact that they really pull. They're like ants. They can pull way more than their body weight. Munchkins. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yo, yo, yo. Thank you so much. What food would I recommend? I think it's uh, it's good to test different things. Um, we at the beginning we were giving dry food to Laika, and she would just at some point she just stopped wanting to eat it. She was being real fussy, and so we started her on a raw diet, and ever since it's been going really well. Hello, Rancho. How's it going? So yeah, it's I can show you what it is. It's raw chicken with some kale and some bone, and keep it in the freezer. So this is basically what it looks like. It's uh, it's frozen, so it's nice and cool when. Yeah, they really love it. In the summertime, I don't even defrost it. I just break it down a little so it's easier to chew, and I just give it to them like that. They like the fact that it's nice and frozen, so it's cool. It cools them down, and yeah, it's full of good stuff. Chicken. There's a lot of varieties like um, for um, for Easter, I did a little special. It's a little bit more expensive, but I got some beef. It's the same thing, but instead of chicken, it's beef. There they go. The fun fact about the raw diet is, well, I don't know how if it would be different for Loki. Loki, Laika, defend your honor. Silly girl. Yeah, it's actually cheaper to do the raw diet than the kibbles, the dry food. The dry food costs me like the brand I use on for Loki because he's still a puppy is about $80 for a month. and it's only like 65 to $70 for the raw diet. So I save about $10 a month. So it's pretty significant, like especially for two dogs. So $20 a month, that's $240 a year. Pretty soon, Loki's gonna be on the raw diet too. We're just waiting for him to be be a fully developed adult. Gonna wait till he's about one and a half, just to be sure, just to be make sure he has all his enzymes and vitamins and everything he needs to grow up into a beautiful, handsome man. Handsome man. Yes, absolutely. You're totally right. Since Laika's been on the raw diet, her coat is absolutely amazing. Her poop is so much easier. Like it's not all over the place. It's not huge. It's just like smaller quantities, and I don't know how to describe it. It's the color is different. It's so much easier to pick up. She doesn't poop like 6 times a day. She just does her morning and let's say afternoon poop, and that's about it. Like I think for their digestive system, it's a lot easier. Plus, on on the really upside, it's the fact that they really it's like giving them a candy. Like they don't look at it for like 20 minutes and saying, I'm not sure I want this. I'm gonna take a bite here, bite there. I know a lot of people have been saying that about the poop. Like I know I sound crazy, but it's it's really something you notice right away. No, I don't speak Italian. I should because my mom is Italian and my sister speaks Italian and my all my aunts and everybody's speaking Italian except me. I'm like the only bozo who didn't bother to learn it. Laika's favorite toy. Laika's favorite toy is I think we've destroyed it. It was squeaky chicken, but recently we forgot it on the bed, and Loki completely destroyed it. Um, and Loki's favorite toy. That's a really easy one. If I can only find it, it's there it is. It's the tennis ball. Loki just loves the tennis ball. My mom's I don't know the oh wait, yeah, I do. It's Fudja. Fudja? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's in Les Pouilles. Fudja, yeah, exactly. She's from that part. All my mom's family's from that region. Been there a couple of times. Lovely piece of country. Yeah, Rome is pretty exciting too. After college, I went to Europe for about a couple of months, almost 3 months. Went to Rome, Bologna, Foggia. Went to in Tuscany. I went in the southern parts. Went around. Great memories. Hey, Husky and Wolf Dog. How's it going? Hello, Colleen. How are you? They're just waiting. They know it's almost supper time. We went for a walk, and usually I let them rest for a bit, and then when I start making supper, it's their time. Their time to eat. Almost bedtime. Wow. Oh yeah, that's right. You've got the timeline that's almost 6 hours later than us. Hey Rancho, in which part of Europe are you? Seems like you're near the Alp region. Good boy. Oh, Czech Republic. I spent a lot of time in Prague. Love that city. I've been twice, I think. Yeah, twice. For a couple of weeks. Once alone and once with my parents. My mom just was going nuts with with all the crystal and trying to buy everything like that. She's a little fanatic when it comes to jewelry and crystals and stuff like that. Oh, looks like Laika. Oh, we got some birds. Pretty soon. Pretty soon we're gonna start doing the garden. Almost all gone. Just a little left where there's no more sun. Yeah, I traveled pretty much. I did some Europe, the US. Um, I think the big traveling that's left for me is gonna be Asia, um, Eurasia, South America. Everything else I've pretty much done it. I think it was important to do some traveling between school and after school because now with my job and the dogs and the responsibilities, the mortgage and all that, it's pretty hard to find time to do all that stuff. Well, to leave for a longer period of time. Ice is your dog and you've got two cats. How is how do they manage with the heat? Rome is pretty hot. Well, I know it can be a lot colder during the winter time, but I imagine it mustn't go much below maybe 0 or 1 or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Loki, what do you got there? What is that? Good girl. Oh, you good girl. Laika. What the? Loki. Hey. Hey. Laika's been spayed, but Loki is exploding with hormones and discovering life. And yeah, we're waiting for him to be at least 1 year old before getting him neutered, just to be sure he's fully developed, because he's a little on the smaller side. I got a new toy for them. I think we're gonna check that out with you guys. Into the doggy vault. It's made with bamboo fibers. We wanted to see if this was something that was gonna be interesting for them, or if it was gonna last. Oops. Sorry about that. I see. There's only one, you're gonna have to share. All right, Rancho. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I know. That's why we bought it. It looks like a bone. It's gonna fool them a bit, and it's supposed to be really hard. It's bamboo fibers. Oh, you'd like some of that? Look at this jealous girl. It's because you don't have any? I gotcha. I gotcha. Greetings. I see. Loki. I see. Laika's now hiding away to eat her stuff. Loki's becoming a real little bully. The only thing he doesn't bully Laika around for is when I feed them. If it's treats or bones or toys, he's always looking to trying to eat her stuff or play with her stuff or bug her or annoy her. He sure is. He sure is. There you go. Over here it is, I think it's 5:30. Yep, 5:36. So there's a 6-hour difference. Laika's still the boss here too, but I'd say her days are numbered. Loki is he just got so much heavier. Like at first, Laika was able to just move her weight around, and that would be it. She could just push him off. But now Loki's like a it's like a little bodybuilder. He's over 50 pounds, and he's just way more energetic. Well, he's a puppy, so like he's got that switch on all the time. And Laika is not approving. Don't you, girl? Was that a good greenie? Laika, is that a good greenie? You want more? You want more? Or did you want this? There you go. There we have it. A true thug of war. One bone, two dogs. Only one. Ah! There you go. He's just so quick. He's super quick. Give. You had the first turn, now it's Laika's turn. Look at this young man, all bamboozled about what the hell happened. I had a bone, I have no bone. Laika has the bone. What happened with my life? Loki. Allez, sois-y va. Sois-y va. Allez. Have a great walk, guys. And a great night if we don't see you afterwards. Looks like it's pretty durable. Like they've been going at it, and it's a little messed up, but not too much. Sorry about that. Ah, thanks, Sylvana. We're definitely gonna follow you back. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Loki's so funny. He just wants to be manipulated and played with. Laika doesn't really like that. Oh, looks like Laika finally got a little piece out. The The texture is kind of like plastic, but it's supposed to be bamboo. You want this? You got the whole bone, but you want this little piece I've got in my hand. Always wanting what you can't have. They're absolute beauties. They're very intelligent, but a little on the stubborn side. That's why most people have difficulty training them, and they need a lot of patience, and you need to really get involved in the training. Spend a lot of time. Nicola Peters. Hey, how's it going? I'm being lazy, and Laika doesn't mind. Yeah, I'm keeping them up. Usually when we get back from our walks, they just fall asleep, and gives us a little time to do some work. Oh, he must be adorable. Roar, roar. Roar, 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 roar. No. Looks like it's a pretty good toy. They really like it. I'm gonna have to buy more because it's falling to pieces already, but that was to be expected. Like, are you pouting? Are you pouting? That's her spot. I think that's the spot for all dogs, though. My sister's dog is the same spot. Loki has the same spot. Every dog at the dog park has the same spot. That's what I love about them. It's like pretty much as close to a wolf as you can get, but without the wild animal that's almost trying to run away and eat stuff everywhere. How much do they weigh? Laika is at 48 pounds, and Loki just passed the 50-pound marker. He's at almost 51, like 50.6, I think. We just had our little vet appointment done last week, and because it's a tick season that's starting over here with the warmer weather, so it was important that they get their shot and everything for them to be able to go to go in the woods and without being worried about if we get a tick, are they going to be infected by Lyme disease and all that stuff. So yeah, my sister's dog is a little overweight too. Last year, Laika got a tick right behind her ear on like the upper cheek, and we had her tested, but like thank God she had her Lyme disease shots and every precaution we could get. Like she had him, so nothing happened. But like it's always a little stressful when you find one, you don't know what's gonna happen. And even if you vaccinate them and give all the treatments, there's always a possibility that it might be like another strand or something like that, and they might get it. Right side of the ear. Yeah, I think it's because when they pass through like bushes or high grass or whatever, like those are the first parts of the dog that go through, and then the ticks can either sense it or just jump on the face, because that's the first place. I've seen some dogs with ticks like underneath the paws, like in the little fur between the cushions. Um, that must have been really uncomfortable. But dogs are such troopers. Like Laika, where is she? Oh, she's looking outside. Laika had 7 encounters with porcupines, and had like her whole face covered in spines, and uh, like she had all that stuff stick to her face and tongue and through her her lips and whatnot, and she was just, oh, there's a squirrel over there, and just like if nothing happened. It's like it's like they don't even feel it as much as we do, or anyway. I know I would be whining if I had my face completely covered in spines like that. And they don't learn. That's the thing that I just don't understand. Oh, there's a huge squirrel over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's what you want to see. Laika is a huge squirrel hunter. When we go to the cottage, she just spends all day going after one or another or another. We just cut her loose outside and she can do whatever she wants. We're gonna pretty soon, when the snow is melted, we're gonna start going there back. We're gonna start going back there again, and we're gonna be able to show you guys some great footage of the dogs in the best element for them. It's a little bit like here, but with nobody else. There's no other cottage. There's nobody. It's just woods, us, the lake. Um, I can't tell you. I can say for a fact that Laika at the time, like she's having her like her winter fur is coming out. Like we brushed her today, so there's not much left, but still, like most of the fur, her winter fur is coming out. So the fur at after that is kind of rough, but it's gonna get better in a couple of weeks after like her undercoat grows back, but for summer period. And Loki hasn't had his first like I'm not even sure how you call it in English. In French, it's la mue. So when he loses his undercoat, he didn't have that yet. So he still has his full fur, like his almost like his baby fur, and it's so thick and soft, and his head is like a dream. It's like the softest thing you can touch. Hey Gail, how's it going? How's the weather out in San Francisco? So to answer your question, I think I think the fur, if it's softer or rougher, I think it depends on the period. Like the best period for Laika is in the winter time when she has her thick undercoat and like it's just so dense and so soft. But the summertime is a little she looks thinner too in the summertime because she loses all that extra fluff. We live in Quebec City, Canada. It's the French province on the east coast. She's still very soft. It's just not the same. And she's like, "Don't bug me. I don't want to see you. You gave the bone to Loki." Laika loves it. Laika's been to the ocean, but Loki's never been anywhere, actually. We just made some baby trips around here in the province, but we're gonna try to do some traveling with him this summer and get him acquainted with other types of environments like the cottage. We're gonna try to go to the ocean. We're gonna try to go do some hiking and in the mountains. We got a lot of stuff planned out. We're gonna try to bring you as much as we can in our adventures. Of course, we're gonna get some footage of all that. I think it's gonna be some interesting videos, especially with the both of them. Oh, you brought me something. You're such a good girl. Whoa. Whoops. Sorry. There we go. Technical difficulty. You just want what's inside. You're hungry, baby. I know. It's almost time for supper. Thank you, Gail, for the donation. You don't want your bone anymore? I'm gonna get your bone. Get your bone. All right, Laika's turn. Laika's turn. I'd say it shifted. At first, it was Laika, but now that Loki is becoming a fully grown young man, and he's a little bit on the dominant side. And now that he can push his weight around, I think he's taking over. Like there's still some situation where Laika is still gonna be the dominant one, but for most of the other things like food, toys, play, he's still a little bit I'd say he's a little too much for Laika. That's really not something we were expecting, because Laika with other dogs is, I'd say, 99.9% the time the dominant one. But it's like she's kind of letting go with Loki, which is a little bit funny. It's really not something we were expecting. It's funny because Loki and Laika have such different character traits, personality traits. Laika is way more independent and usually wants to like be alone or just do her own thing. And Loki is always following us, always trying to get like physical contact with us, to be either sleeping on your foot or right next to you, or is whining if you leave the room without him, like. And he's he's much more of a, I'd say, a cuddler. Yeah, cuddler. Laika just comes and sees us if she wants something or she needs something. Yep. Our neighbors just got home. FOMO. What in what language is that? Hey, Rug Dog, how's it going? I think my neighbor's son just started his dirt bike. Must be out in the woods somewhere in the backyard. Fear of missing out. Loki's a little bit like that too. He's always afraid he's missing out on something. Cuddles, treats, food, attention. He's doing fine. We got back from a walk and he was a little tired, but then I took out the new toy and now he's giving it all he's got. Bye, Antonia. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure to talk to you. It's the toys, something we hadn't tried before. It's made out of bamboo fiber, so it's kind of very durable, but at the same time it leaves the same kind of marks as if it was plastic. So I don't know. We're gonna see. I've gotta say, I'm not really thrilled of them eating any of the toys. That's why we stopped buying the plush toys, because they were completely getting destroyed and they were eating like the fibers inside, and I'm not sure that's really good for them. Actually, I am sure it's not good for them. It's probably filled with chemicals and whatnot, but all right, Nicola. Have a great day, night. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your walk with your dog. He's quite a friendly dog. Like I've got to say, when we go to the dog park, he like, I joke around with the other owners, like he always makes himself a new girlfriend every time we go. He's very friendly. I think he prefers other dogs than humans, though. I think he only really strongly bonds with me and my wife. Even my sister and my father, these, like, he goes and sees them, but he doesn't act the same way as he does with us. Like, on the other hand, she's very independent with us. Well, she shows us when she wants something or needs affection or whatnot. But when she sees people she hasn't seen before, or if she sees people that she knows and hasn't seen in a while, she gets super excited. It's she really demonstrates a lot of affection. She loves him. We love both our dogs. It's just that, like I was saying earlier, they have really different personality traits. Loki is much more of a cuddler. He really likes to be next to us, to be part of our activities, and doesn't want to be left out. Laika is way more independent, but like they both have their benefits and their drawbacks. Like, because Loki is so very keen to be always there and part of everything, it's very hard to leave him alone at home. He whines, and he doesn't like to be put in his crate and whatnot. So that's kind of something we're working on at the moment, because it's like it's unhealthy for him to be so to have so much separation anxiety. But Laika really doesn't, like, when we before we had Loki, we just left Laika in the basement or in the house loose, and she would just do her thing, sleep, eat, whatever, and wouldn't make a fuss about it. Yeah, I think Laika really loves Loki, but I can tell from time to time she gets a little annoyed with the fact that he's like always on her case. Like, when he plays to win. Hey, Two Dogs Vlog, how's it going? There's a lot of birds. There's like a little I don't know if you guys can see them. It's kind of maybe too sunny. There's like 7 or 8 birds just eating around. All right, Sylviana. Have a good night. Talk to you soon. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by and chatting with us. It's always a pleasure. The first night was actually really fine. I think he was so tired of how can I say this? Like, the fact that he was leaving his brothers and sisters, um, the fact that he was going in a car for the first time, the fact that it was a new home, the fact that he was meeting Laika for the first time. He just fell asleep and didn't wake up. Like, he was like a rock. He woke up the next morning. I brought him outside. He did his business, and everything went fine. The second day, it's like he was already used to a couple of things. Like, um, He was used to Laika. He was a little bit more used to us, and he was a little more, I'd say, devilish. He was exploring a lot, and he had a couple of little accidents here and there, but all in all, it went really well. He wasn't whining or he wasn't being like over anxious about anything in particular. I think it was just like I think like most puppies, I'd say. All the dogs we had always had like a little period of adaptation where they need to. Thought I should mention that I haven't. Marshmallow, that's nice. That's cool. Fluffy. Yeah, every dog has like a period of adaptation when they get to their new home, but I think if you're nice with them and like they feel like there's no danger and they're loved, like everything should go pretty well, pretty fast. What's up, girl? This is Laika's way of telling me she's hungry. She comes and sees me and kind of looks like I'm depressed because I'm not eating and I'm hungry and Loki's chewing on something and I'm not. Poor baby. Poor baby. You can lick my hand. Yeah. Yeah, she's a little bit of a drama queen. Loki's going hard on that new bone. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna last because most of the toys we buy for them last a couple of hours. Thanks. Have a great night too. Nice of you to drop by and come and chat with us. Oh, yo, 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 yo. This is the position I love the most of them. Huskies in general. Like because they've got so much fur in the neck. Like they look really huge all in this section. It's so much fur. Like my hand can almost disappear in her fur. Belly rubs. Oh yeah. You're gonna get a husky on June 1st. You're gonna be thrilled. You gotta be patient. They're pretty stubborn, but once you've bounded with them, you're gonna be you'll know you've got the best dog. All right. Can't miss out on the homework. Have a great night. Good luck with your exams. I think chasing after them is the fun part. That's one thing for sure. They always keep you on your feet. If you've got a husky puppy and you're not hearing anything in the house, something's terribly wrong. He's probably in the trash or he's chewing on something he shouldn't have, or maybe he's looking to go somewhere he shouldn't. So keep an eye on that. They say silence is golden, but with huskies, if there's silence, it's extremely suspicious. Oh yeah, it's like the at some point when you're about to pass the vacuum cleaner it's like the Far West. It's like a Western, and you see like balls of hair going everywhere. But really, it's not so bad. Like you get used to it. You just clean more often. Like you just pass a little vacuum cleaner once in a while, every couple of days. What was that? That was a strange sounding bird. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was like somebody was trying to. It was like a bird was trying to start up his chainsaw. Yeah, that's for sure. Black is gonna be a no go. I don't even know when's the last time I wore something black. I wear only light colors now because they don't. It doesn't show up. It doesn't look like I rolled in some fur right before going either to work or meet people or whatever. That's a little annoying. It's a small price to pay to be able to have such incredible friends. Yeah, I think the most the biggest problem for me when I want to wear black is that the car has there's always a certain amount of hair in the car. Like even if I clean them really good with the roller, and as soon as I step in the car and I put the heater on or the air conditioning on, like there's always going to be a little bit of hair that's a little everywhere in the car, that's going to be coming out of everywhere, and that's going to attack all my clothes. So I try to stay away from darker colors, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. He's really getting into it. He's such a nibbler. He's always like trying to tear stuff up with the tip of his teeth, like that. Laika's much more of a chewer. Like she goes with the back teeth and just try to shred everything. That must be so funny. Just rolling down the street and have this huge cloud of hair coming out of your car. That's hilarious. You should definitely film that. If you've got a GoPro, put a GoPro in the back of your car and just film film your trip going down the road and, and all that hair coming out. That would be awesome. Yep, almost stepped on this thing. Laika's doing a little bit of squirrel watching. We had a squirrely friend early on. Gotta stay away from the sun, there's so much glare. I bet you'd have a lot. I think what's saving me with the car at the moment is that Loki hasn't lost his winter coat yet. I'm not even sure if he's gonna lose it during the next month. It's still so thick, and there's nothing coming out. Like there's no little like little paintbrushes anywhere. It's still all is a thick coat. It's just so soft. It's like he's still got his baby fur. Like on the other hand, we had to brush her the other day, and most of it is coming out. She still has like tons on her butt. We installed one of the beds here. If you guys have seen our review on the Vihu beds, and Laika really likes to use it to watch outside. It gives her like a little bit of height, and she looks at the squirrels and the birds outside. It's like her hunting post. What's up, girl? Yeah, it's funny because when I come back from work, the first thing I can see is those two little heads, one in each window, just staring at me, waiting for me to step in the house. And as soon as I come in, I get attacked by my two lovely puppies. They just want to give kisses and be rubbed, and then Laika's like, all right, so you've been welcomed. I'm going back to whatever I was doing. Oh yeah, big time. Loki just kind of figured out that smaller animals are always on open season. Laika is a huge hunter. Her prey drive is through the roof. Laika's been catching birds, woodchucks, porcupines, squirrels. She even caught a snake. Like she was eating that thing like like a spaghetti. She's not very nice with smaller animals. But she's a real darling with kids and with babies. Oh, like. Oh. I'm so sorry, Brianna. I'm not really good at that stuff either. It seems like I went to too many of those last year. It's hard. Laika, you're hungry? I know. It's gonna be time to fix you some supper. Loki too. Laika. You wanna go eat? It's time to go eat. Poor baby. Oh, the butt dance. It's the butt dance. Roar, 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 roar. Boop. Roar. I know. You just want what's inside. You don't want to play with it. You just want to eat. Loki's over there munching away. All right, guys. Well, looks like Laika is clearly not gonna want to wait for her food. So we're gonna cut this here. It was really nice of all of you to come and join us for this little live, have a little chat with you guys. We hope you have a great rest of the day, great night if that's the case, and we'll see you guys next time, won't we? Laika's like, I don't care. I just want food. Where's the food? I'll lie here until somebody feeds me. All right, guys. Have a great time. Thanks again for joining us, and see you next time.